Qatar. Very good. East Texas, they call it Qatar, and in America, it's Qatar. I had an Iranian young girl work at my office, and I said, "How do you pronounce it?" And she says, "It's Qatar." I said, "What?" Qatar. And I questioned her, and she said, in the other parts of the Middle East, they may pronounce it that way, but we pronounce Qatar amigo. We pronounce a free world, that we are the leaders. To be a leader in the free world, the democratic world, you have to have relationships. And some of the previous presidents, like Bush 41, Bush 43. There was no better ambassador to China than our beloved Bush 41. Some of those commitments and friendships stayed for 50 years, 75 years, 100 years. And we became international friend to people, and I think that we were the most giving country in other countries around the world, and we're proud of that. I hope and I pray that we can continue that for the next 50 or 100 years. So when someone comes to you when you're in need, and Houston was in need, the United States was in need, with the most horrendous hurricane and flood in the history of the country. One of those friends comes to you and say, "We want to help with your rebuilding. We want to help with your schools. We want to help with your homeless. We want to help with your education system, medical." And Qatar brought $30 million to help. It's not the first time. When they built the Bush Library, they were one of the biggest contributors to honor President George Herbert Walker Bush, and numerous other times. I have to admit that the ambassador we sent over there was probably one of the best bureaucrats this country has seen, and developed a relationship with Doha that to this day is a strong friendship. His wife Diana was called Princess of Doha because of her relationship with the Emir at the time and his wife. That's how the world stays peaceful, by being a country that leads the world in kindness. We're here today to honor Doha, Qatar, because they weren't asked or begged for money or anything. They just brought kindness to this country. The homeless are better because of them, the education system, the medical. And we're here to thank them. So, Consul General, I know you're new here. The previous Consul General was very kind to us over the years. Qatar has hundreds of years of history, but really got on the map in 1935, I believe. And with discoveries after Bahrain developed their fields and such, Qatar started become an energy powerhouse in the Middle East. And they have shared that with the United States in many ways, but it's the relationships that count. So we would like to give a proclamation today and mention some of these specifics. Whereas the state of Qatar pledged humanitarian assistance to the city of Houston in southwest Texas after Hurricane Harvey, created a $30 million Quater Harvey Fund. Whereas the Quater Harvey Fund drew on the knowledge and experience of distinguished Houstonians to advise the fund in the identification recommendations of projects and organizations that would provide demonstrable benefits and accountability. Qatar's ambassador to the U.S. and chair of the Quater Harvey Fund, His Excellency Excellency Alfani made 2 trips to Houston to tour impacted areas and announce fund recipients. These funds have been allocated in areas of housing, education, community development in ways that are touching the lives of thousands of Texans, including students, veterans, parishioners, the homeless, economically disadvantaged. Whereas the beneficiaries of these funds reflect the geographic and ethnic diversity that is uniquely Houston, including projects like the City of Houston's Mayor Fund to reduce homelessness, Riverside Hospital, multicultural education, counseling through the arts, the Blue Triangle Community Center, Target, Hunger, the Boys and Girls Club, Bob Woodward's Foundation support organizations serving veterans. And whereas Quater Harvey Fund delivered on its commitment and has selected and announced projects and organizations to receive the full $30 million, thus fulfilling its generous pledge and helping the Houston region to recover more fully. City of Houston is grateful to the state of Quater for its generosity and commitment to improving the quality of life for Houstonians in the wake of Hurricane Harvey.
Thank you, Councilmember. Therefore, I Sylvester Turner, Mayor of the City of Houston, hereby proudly proclaiming November 19, 2019 as Quater Day in Houston, Texas. Congratulations to you, Council General Dye.
Mayor Turner, and thank you, Councilmember Christie. On behalf of the state of Qatar and its embassy in Washington, D.C., I am honored to be here today. The Quater Harvey Fund was established upon the instruction of His Highness the Emir of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani. The fund was chaired by Qatar's ambassador to Washington, His Excellency Sheikh Mus'ab bin Hamad Al Thani. Qatar has a long history of providing humanitarian aid. We donate a large sum of money to Louisiana and Mississippi after Hurricane Katrina. We also wanted to help our friend in Texas after seeing the damage from Hurricane Harvey. Qatar has many ties of Southeast Texas in economic cooperation, education, and more. Over $30 million of the Quater Harvey Fund has been allocated to projects and organizations for recovery work. That works go on today, and it will go on for many months to come. On behalf of the state of Qatar, thank you for this recognition. It is an honor for us to have Qatar Day in Houston. Thank you very much. Thank you.
First, let me recognize someone here today, Mayor Eric Carr with the Longshoremen Union. I think he's here in the audience. Just want to say hello to you. There you go. Thank you for being here. Jack Christie, hey man, you're a class act. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful selection here. I want to congratulate Council General. Am I pronouncing this correctly? Dahami? Dahami. Okay, I was close to it. Congratulations. Welcome to Houston, sir. You and your family. We welcome you here. I hope you move your home into District D. I think you'll doing President Bush 41 days. He was in Houston.
The relationships are very important to all of us, especially those that are native Houstonians that understand the relationships that we've built over the many years. And for the businesses such as Aramco and others that have their outstanding R&D and others in District A, and the Honorable Ntuba, we appreciate you for all the work that you've done in representing the City of Houston. Mayor, bringing this forward is very important to all of us, as you know. Mr. O'Holly was, I've had the privilege of meeting a number of representatives